Show you guys what it looks like when you protect your deck with thin residential deck paints and stains, and don't use the industrial grade coating that you're supposed to use, right? Let me show you. So this deck, this is in Burlington, Kentucky. Its whole life, it's been protected by what we call here at Kong Armor. My company's name is Kong Armor, the world's toughest deck armor, lifetime deck armor. What we call these things that homeowners use on their decks are thin residential deck paints and stains. This one has been protected with that its whole entire life, and you can see because they don't have the ability to produce real protection for decks because they don't cover over their fastener entry points. Let me show you. Because they don't fill in things like this. You got the paint on there, right? But you got a wide open crack going to the fastener, letting water get down in there and rust the fastener, right? Because they don't fill in cracks, because they don't put physical barrier protection over top of nails and screws, and because they're flat out just not thick enough to put up with the UV rays of the sun, right? You end up with this. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years in after a couple refinishing cycles, right? And then the big thing about it is, the other thing that the homeowner here, in this Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky, Southeast Indiana, from these use of thin residential deck paints and stains, what they end up with, and all of them, we're talking, I mean, as far as the eye can see, there's hundreds of thousands of homes deal going on, peeling paint, rusty fasteners that's caused board rot, right? And then what they say is, I'm going to switch to composite so I don't have to worry about this no more. So immediately they go and they run and they make the mistake of going and putting their faith in another component. One component, right? And a lot of them will chase that illusion, you know, to the death, to as long as they own a deck. I just looked at a composite deck in Burlington, right here in this city a week ago, where all the capping was peeling off of the composite everywhere. Busted up. What we're going to do instead, how we're going to resolve this for this customer, is we're going to give them what they need from the start, right? We're going to come in, we're going to wash everything up for them, which we've already done. The floor here has already been washed. From there, we're going to come in, we'll replace their bad boards here. Boom, boom, boom. Air dried, pressure treated lumber that's ready to coat. Instead of coming in with these cheap fasteners that they get from everybody else, Kong Armor is going to come in with the 316 marine grade stainless steel decking screws, the most rust resistant on the planet, so they don't face that board rot with anything that we replace, right? There's also a bunch of stuff that we have to do here. Replace boards, replace rotten steps, do all kinds of things, right? Tighten up the structure. It's a full restoration and repair. I have to fix a ledge down there that's rotten. That's a great thing. Listen, about the Kong Armor deck rescue painters, it's a great thing about them. This deck, it's got a rotten ledge underneath of it. Deck rescue painters, the restoration painters of Kong Armor, they're trained to fix all that. Normally, you'd have to get somebody specialized, like a deck builder or something, to come in and fix that, then bring in a deck painter, or then bring in somebody to paint or stain your deck, right? Nah, we just do it all in one shot. Boom, bam, done, it's over, right? And here is, they're facing what we call tear down to frame replacement, because nobody wants to sand all this. Nobody wants to deal with it. With Kong Armor, the lifetime deck armor, 30 to 60 times thicker than thin residential deck paints and stains. Otherworldly tougher. We don't have to do that. It's specified exactly for the lockdown encapsulation of peeling deck paint. And so we can save them from that ripping all this up. Simultaneously, it'll resurface all this. Not only lock down all the peeling paint, but it'll simultaneously resurface all this and get that physical barrier over the nails and screws, right? It'll put that physical barrier over them, and it's going to fill in every single one of these and get what we call the cracks. We'll fill in every single one on the floor, and this customer will have that true water lock that they desperately need, which they should have had from the get-go. If somebody would have done it properly for them from the get-go, that's what they would have had. And I got something in the corner of my mouth. Boy, it's hot out here today. Whew. All right, so that's this one. And then I'm also doing, Kong is also doing a gazebo here too. So this gazebo, we got to take a roof off of it and everything else to do it. Same thing, lockdown encapsulation. It's not in danger of replacement. He's just choosing to go straight forward with lifetime deck coating, lifetime deck armor. Get it, go ahead and get it protected. He'll get service promise, lifetime limited warranty on both structures for as long as he owns them, and it's got our coating system on it. They'll be locally backed. The coating system will be locally backed for life. Awesome. Unmatched in the industry, right? So let's get moving. Let's get the season started. Let's get punched out here. Time to rock and roll.